you guessed it, it's Chris. I'm back. I'm back with another sketchbook tour. This is another old sketchbook that I had, and I figured I'd go through it and show you guys some of my old drawings. And yeah, I don't think I have that much drawings in this, so this is gonna be a pretty quick, short video. I don't think you guys can really see this that well. It's supposed to be of Rick, and I told you before, I was doing a lot of portrait drawings, and I failed and tried it again and failed, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. This is of Teen Titans, and a lot of the pictures that I do, I just kind of like how the makeup of the drawing is and how the characters are placed and the balance, and you know, this just seemed pretty cool. A lineup of all the Teen Titans, the classic Teen Titans, okay, the good one. But this is just regular Crayola colored pencil, and yeah, Robin, Starfire. This is of Goku. These are pretty basic, simple drawings, and you know, this is my first time pretty much using tan paper and kind of getting used to it. The reason why I like tan paper is because of the white. You add the white and it pops out on the tan paper. You can't draw white on white paper. You can't do the light, not unless you just pretty much color and then leave a spot blank and everything else with color on it. This was a quick sketch I did, and this was from the head, just from a drawing from my head. Hope you guys can see it. I don't really draw freehand like that too often back then. I think this is also in 2015. Yeah, this was also in 2015. And so, yeah, this was of a pair of headphones I had, and they say that one of the best ways to improve is to draw things that you see in real life, because you have perspective on it, opposed to looking at a picture that's 2D and trying to figure out how to do the shadows and proportions and such. So you see something in real life, and you draw it. So I had a pair of headphones that I had laying on my wash basket that I ended up trying to just, you know, outline and draw. This one is of Einstein, and again, a lot of my pictures back in the day, well, a couple of years ago, were in black and white. I apologize if this is too difficult to see, but you know, this is of Einstein, and again, I do a lot of portraits because I think it's the hardest thing to do. So I don't do too much landscaping because I kind of just find it a little bit boring. But this is of Einstein, and you know, it really, I actually like how this looked looking back. I haven't opened this sketchbook in months, so I'm kind of just, it's almost a bit of a surprise for me to see these drawings as well. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember I drew this. Okay, this was one of my first drawings in with Prismacolor pencils, and this was, I think I had the 24 pack of Prismacolor pencils, and I was just trying to like figure out how it works and, you know, what to do with it. And I did the sketch, and I'm like, all right, so I know that the tan paper makes everything pop. I can use the white. Let me try this out. And you see up here, I'm just like testing out the color pencils, and this is not bad. I mean, this is just me as a beginner drawing Trinity from the Matrix. I love the Matrix and I love Trinity, but not perfect, but I'm really happy with how this had turned out when I did it. And this is me using color pencil for one of the very first times, and you know, everything's a learning curve, and it turned out, I mean, for a beginner, it turned out really well, so I'm happy with that. Peter Parker, the original. This is he's not the original Peter Parker, but Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man 2, I think, was one of my favorite. Is that the one where he fights Doc Ock? But yeah, again, me using color pencils for the very first time and just becoming really acquainted to it, because most of my drawings were just done in lead pencil, black and white, like I was telling you in my previous video. And this, I was going back and forth between my blue sketchbook and this one. So yeah, and this is also when I first started posting on Instagram. See my C_Mamdean. That's my my Instagram, C_Mamdean. So I was really just doing this to post on Instagram. I didn't actually posting this one, but that's when I really started to do it. When I bought the sketchbook and started playing around with color pencils. And you know, Instagram really motivated me, just seeing all the different drawings that people did, and I was like, wow, like I was kind of just shocked at all the talented artists on there. And you know, it really inspired me, motivated me to go out and try to use color pencils and do something different. I can't remember his name. Oh man, I can't remember his name, but he's from Thor. He's the gatekeeper, and man, this looks amazing. And this was me using color pencil for this. So let me see the date on this one. Did I date it? 7/26. This was 7/26, and this one was 7/4. So this was 7/4, and this was my very first time, I think, using color pencils. And then this was that same exact month. So you can see me really getting familiar and acquainted with the color pencils and becoming used to it. And everything is just a learning curve. I think I learned a lot faster because I've been drawing a lot longer than a lot of people. But I mean, you stick to it, and you work smart, not hard. You work smart, and you know, you'll see the progress. Just stick to it. And I really like this because of the gold, and gold is never really gold. It's always yellow and brown. You know, sometimes it's yellow and even green, or yellow and black, yellow and white. And again, I had started using this tan paper because I wanted to add white to accentuate the light bouncing off of different textures, different materials. And you know, this is what this is for. This is what the tan paper is for right here. So you can have light just kind of bouncing off the armor and really accentuate that. So really happy with how this turned out. And you know, this was 2-3 years ago that I did this. So you guys kind of saw this earlier when I was flipping through, but this is of Madara. I have like 3 drawings of Madara that I did. I'm a big Madara fan, big Naruto fan, anime, you know, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter. This is really what got me into drawing, and from a young age. So a lot of my drawings are of anime characters, and anime characters that I like. So you know, I really started using this sketchbook to post on Instagram. And I mean, you guys can go and follow me on there if you like, but that was really my motivation for doing a lot of these drawings. And this one is a Freeze and Cooler, and I just started to be cool because they're, you know, they both have that metallic kind of look. Freeze is more of a gold, and Cooler is of a silver, light greenish kind of variety. But you know, I really like drawings that are structured well, so they're interesting to look at, and they have a nice little setup that's balanced. And I thought that, you know, this was pretty cool. And again, this is me just learning how to use color pencils, and by now it's a lot more comfortable. And you see I had a little color diagram chart, whatever, that I used to figure out how the colors looked on the paper, because of course they don't always look like how they do I guess, you know, this will look different on paper than this part right here. So, but again, this is me. I like to do portraits, and this was another one of a portrait I did of Dave. Let me show you the picture that I had in my previous video. Find it. Okay, see, same guy, different photo. So but yeah, I did kind of mess up, but you know, I was trying to draw the light reflecting off of him. But this was just a sketch I did of someone who wanted me to sketch them, so I ended up doing it. So So again, this was for the gram, you know, this was for the gram, C_MamDean for the gram. Did a drawing of Gengar. And this was actually for this was for a crossover type tournament. And I did a crossover between Pokemon and Dragon Ball Super. So this is a Mew and Mewtwo, and Mew's dressed up like Beerus. And you know, of course, they got the food floating with the psychic powers, and I thought it was pretty cool. Lots of colors, lots and lots of bright colors. So simple drawing of Pikachu. I actually redrew this. I posted it on my YouTube a bit earlier, so I guess you guys can check that out. This one is of Goku Black, and yeah, I just kind of liked the whole Super Saiyan Rose and, you know, the pink hair. I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, I ended up posting this on Instagram as well. Do the white line. People do like a little white line to give it a nice little outline. They usually do their own characters. Never actually colored this. I had planned to, never got around to it. But this is from I forget her name. She's from Suicide Squad. The Joker. It'll come to me later. I was doing, you know, trying to draw a Skittles bag and make it look as realistic as possible. So I added like the little light and, you know, the shadows, and just try to make it look real. Yeah. Another one, Coca-Cola can. And this is where I was a lot more comfortable using colored pencils. So, you know, there's almost a lot better blending, and the shading, everything just looks a lot better than, you know, my Trinity drawing when I first started doing it. This is another crossover drawing I did, Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. So we have Rayquaza, and he's kind of like the Shenron of these Pokemon Dragon Balls. So yeah, fun little drawing. This anime took me by surprise about how good it was. I was actually really shocked at how good this anime was. 7 Deadly Sins. It's on Netflix. You guys should check it out. It's really good. And this is of Meliodas when he's, you know, getting taken over by his demon form. And you know, again, anime, something that's always influenced me when it came to art. So I figured I'd do it. This is of Luigi, but it's me. And I like to draw gold, so kind of drew Luigi. Of course, played Mario Kart and all that, Super Mario World. I just love Nintendo in general. So a lot of these drawings are on my Instagram again. So that's mostly why I did them. For the gram, this one's of Goku. And I was following this girl on Instagram. I can't remember what her name is, but she does a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters, and I kind of copied off of it, like her layout of a bunch of like a collage of golden characters in the background, and then, you know, you have Goku in color in the front. And I just thought this looks so dope. Really, really happy with how this turned out. And this isn't actually Goku in the background. There's so many different kinds of Goku. So you have Bardock that looks just like Goku, and then you have Goku Black, who looks just like Goku, and Turtles, I think his name is Turtles or something like that, who's just a darker Goku. There's so many different Gokus in Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and so, you know, I just made a collage of the different Gokus in the background in a golden kind of yellowish backdrop, and then I have Goku popping out. I always thought that was pretty cool how, you know, kind of breaks the wall right there. This one's of Mew. I didn't finish it. I was going to do all the legendaries and draw them and do the outline in white. And I was actually also playing with paint thinner to try to get it to blend properly. I never just went and finished it. This was just one of those pieces I left undone. Not really sure why, but this one is of Sonic the Hedgehog, and the colors look so clean on this paper. The Prismacolor pencil just really just pops off the tan paper, and the whites really get accentuated, and it just looks so good. Looks so good. This one I'm surprised I didn't end up coloring. I really planned to go in and do this. This is a Venom. This was just another one of my undone drawings that I didn't finish. And if I went in and added the color, it would look so dope. But I just never got around to doing it. Maybe one day I might go back and, fill it in. This was another simple one. Another basic one of Charizard. For the gram, not much to say. Just a pretty basic drawing of Charizard. This one, Star Wars. I didn't really get into watching Star Wars until what was the one? The one with Rey. The very first one with Rey is when I really first started watching Star Wars, and I thought it was pretty cool. I figured I'd do a drawing on it. I never really knew what the hype was about. I mean, Star Wars, it's okay, I guess. But, yeah. Black Spider-Man. I thought it was just pretty cool how he was hanging. So, a lot of the, again, pictures I draw is just whether or not I like how it looks, So I just decided to do this. Pretty simple drawing. You have the black and then the light gray for the shadows. On the white part, I actually used blue. I could have done a light gray instead too, and it would have came out the same. But so many drawings. Doctor Strange. This took a long time to do. I thought this was difficult because of how his eye is kind of translucent, or transparent, I should say. And you can kind of see right through it to his face. I thought that was pretty cool. Then you have the effect of the powers coming out from his hand. The windows took a long time to do too, but I just was really focused on filling up the whole entire page, and yeah, I did it. This is of Deadpool, and I just kind of switched it up a bit, changed the colors around, and he's saying "I heart careless whispers," and that's the song that's playing in the credits, and it's actually a good song. I really liked it, but I switched up the colors, and never gonna dance again. That song, whatever, however it goes. This is from Sausage Party, can't remember, and yeah, I did this for Thanksgiving, so not much to say. Another prototype Iron Man. I like Silver Iron Man. So I drew it, and yeah, turned out pretty well. A lot of white, and I just, playing around with the tan paper, so went in and did that. Whites and the blues and the grays and the blacks. This one is of Vegeta. It's just a quick little simple drawing I did of him. And I just thought it looked cool, so I did it. Not much to say. Another unfinished drawing I did of Naruto in his sage form. Didn't end up finishing it, but I like to switch around colors again. So this one is of Michael Keaton Batman. Classic. And I just kind of made him gold. I like to do gold characters. So yeah, just switch the colors around a little bit. This one I actually really liked. I think I made a video out of this. Yeah, I did. I posted this on my YouTube of Kakashi, and I just kind of like the frame, and there's a certain elegance and simplicity, and this is that. Elegant Simplicities. Simplicity. And I think this is my last drawing. This was for Inktober, and yeah, this was the Stark sigil. So this actually took a lot longer than I thought it would, and it was pretty annoying. I hate drawings with patterns that are very repetitive because you kind of lose track of where you are when you're doing it. But you know, I like to draw metallic looking things where it's just white, blue, and black, and so it turned out pretty well. This was a few months ago, so that's pretty much it, guys. Another old sketchbook that I did recently. I've been actually, you know, doing another sketchbook where I just pretty much try to draw every day. I haven't been drawing every day, but I've been doing it pretty consistently. So that's something you guys should probably do too. Is if you want to improve on your drawings, just get a little sketchbook like this and just, you know, drawing it every day and fill it up, and you get to look back in it few years later, and you kind of get to see how you progressed and improved, and you know. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.